Welcome back, another episode. The Ones Who Live's main enemies, which only suggests a deadly conclusion is in store for Rick and Michonne as they go on the journey of a lifetime to avoid danger. Rick tears the M off a Michelle necklace, the kind his wife used to wear all the time, as a small gift for her. Rick wants to buy a gift for his son, RJ, but he doesn't think the junior tag is appropriate. Rick isn't sure whether bringing himself back is enough, despite Michonne's assurances. He doesn't even think of himself as the brave man that RJ and Judith describe him as. Michonne thought a hatchet, similar to his father's, would be a more fitting gift. Prior to giving her the jewelry, Rick gives her toothpaste and baking powder, fulfilling a request Michonne made in Season 6 of The Walking Dead but which he never did. Rick claims he was in love with his son's closest friend and didn't know what to do, so he never delivered it to her in time. To find a cabin where they can spend the night, the two travel through the woods. They talk about Thorne, who Michonne obviously doesn't like. Rick makes an attempt to defend his old companion by stating that after Okafor discovered her, she was left with few options. A man named Red leads 3 strangers who are almost assaulted by walkers. And not just any walkers, but a brand new variety that is impenetrable. Before Red turns on them and threatens them with a pistol, Michonne and Rick give them food. Nothing about them really threatens Rick and Michonne. They take one of the strangers' guns, disassemble the other, and toss it over the woods before leaving the others alive. It's also a given that the tasteful nudes won't be lodging with strangers. The sign Michonne observed earlier in the woods said the people from the people, which she took to mean protect the people from the people. Later that night, Michonne muses over this statement. Given that the CRM remains a serious threat to other citizens of the nation, perhaps she is beginning to regret her decision to leave them standing. Rick reminds her of a time before the CRM by giving her the M necklace. 3 years earlier, in a flashback, Gabriel and Jadis meet in the woods. Although he is initially apprehensive about her being there, he embraces her. As a man of religion, he makes an effort to reassure her that the Alexandrians misjudged her, possibly in an effort to win her back. Although she obviously regrets the murders she committed, she is unsure. Additionally, she is using her encounter with Gabriel as a place to confess. Unknowingly, Gabriel has become her go-to source for additional details regarding Alexandria. She appears to be shocked when he tells her that Rick perished in the explosion. They decide to get together for a nice catch-up once a year at the same spot, of course without disclosing all the CRM specifics. Jadis wakes Rick and Michonne up in their cabin on the current day. She describes how the yellow automobile and the not-so-subtle breadcrumbs they left along their path to Virginia helped her locate them. Every impromptu make-out session between Rick and Michonne was a moment captured in time. She implies that Gabriel might be dead with a side remark about killing a former confidante who was crucial to her character development. Jadis can take no more of this. Jadis made an effort to be cordial with Rick and Michonne, but they went too far for the CRM. Hence, destroying the evidence is the only thing left to do. Even with 2 pistols in their hands when Rick and Michonne are handcuffed, the couple escapes injury. To slow her down, Michonne even stabs her with an axe. To his surprise, Rick is asked about his wife by Jadis. It wasn't until Rick vanished that they were referred to as a married couple. They had never been legally wed. However, Rick really intended to wed Michonne on the bridge they were constructing, and he requested Gabriel to perform the ceremony. Once more, Rick and Michonne are traveling, but Jadis is pursuing them. Rick is against Michonne killing Jadis because of the file she has on Alexandria. After driving an injured Jadis off the road, they promise her a spot at the CRM, and she meets Red and his pals. After Michonne departs, Rick gets shot by Jadis. Jadis turns things around rather quickly, and Gabriel does the same. He can look right through her, as he knows she wouldn't shoot her. These days, walkers harass Jadis and bite her in the neck. In her last moments, she is honest rather than full of sorrow. She wanted to stop losing individuals, which is why she was so committed to the CRM. To stop the CRM, Rick is going to obtain the extremely confidential Echelon briefing and start a disturbance in the city. Rick experiences his long-awaited Commonwealth Revolution. For more, subscribe. For more